Anastasia Patoka-Smith, a 10-year-old singer, actor, and trapeze artist. And today we're here with Dr. Jeffy, the face behind the amazing skincare brand BTWN, made for tweens just like me. Let's learn about skincare, the brand, and Dr. Jeffy together today. Hi, Dr. Jeffy. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Awesome. Hi, Anastasia. So happy to be here chatting with you today. So yes, I am Dr. Brooke Jeffy. I am a board-certified dermatologist. I practice in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I am the founder of youth skincare brand BTWN. I also am a dermfluencer. I love chatting with kids and their parents and helping them navigate the skincare space. So excited to talk about some things that you might be interested in related to skincare, Anastasia.
That's amazing. I love skincare. Okay, first let's go over some common skincare myths we have all heard. But are they really true? First, is it true that washing your face more often will get rid of acne faster?
That's actually not true. So, of course, you want to wash your face ideally twice a day, but if you overwash more than twice a day, and especially if you would be doing that with products that are too harsh for the skin, you can cause irritation, break down too much oil, and you know what happens? Your skin tries to compensate for that by making more oil, which can make the acne worse. So stick with twice a day and be sure you're using a product that it says on the bottle, it's right for your skin type. So if you have normal skin, it should say good for normal skin or good for all skin types. And if you have oily skin, use one that says it's for oily skin, but you still want to only use it twice a day.
Thank you so much, because I didn't know that. Can you talk about the skincare myth? You should skip sunscreen if you have oily, acne-prone skin.
Yeah, that is definitely a common misconception. I think people are just who have acne, they're nervous that maybe they're putting extra things on, it's going to cause more harm. But the thing is, when you are, there's so much about sunscreen. But when you are young, that is the time that you need to be super careful and start these great habits of protecting your skin from sun exposure so that it looks great and protected as you age. But in terms of specifically for acne, our skin, it has a lot of jobs. And those jobs get harmed when it's getting exposed to radiation from the sun. So basically, if you're not protecting your skin barrier from those effects, it can't work as well and be as resistant against developing acne. So sunscreen is super important, especially if you have acne. I mean, all the time really, but if acne too.
Is it true that I don't need moisturizer if I have oily or acne-prone skin?
No, for the exact same reason I kind of mentioned before about overwashing your face. If you are not applying a light moisturizer on your skin, even if you have acne, your skin will start overproducing oil if it senses that it's dry. And that overproduction of oil can clog pores and hold dirt and debris in there and make the skin more prone to acne. So I know that a lot of times people are nervous who have acne, they have oily skin, they're nervous about using moisturizer, but they definitely should use a lightweight one so that their skin doesn't overproduce that oil.
Is it true that makeup wipes are enough to clean my face?
I do not love makeup wipes. They're okay in a pinch. And I think they're okay as a first step of cleansing your face if you're wearing heavier makeup. But they don't do a good job of actually lifting dirt and debris away. So again, I think they're okay in a pinch. Ideally, after you use them, you'd also use a cleanser. not just rely on the wipe.
Mm. Is it true that the more products I use, the better my skin will be?
Absolutely not. In younger skin, less is more. So sticking with a cleanser, a moisturizer, and sunscreen is really all that you need. But even in adults, layering on multiple products, they start to interact with each other, and we don't get the benefit that maybe every product can offer us. So less is more for sure.
Mm. Is it true that if a product stings or burns, it's working?
No, not true. If a product is stinging or burning, throw it in the trash. Like that is not something you want to be using on your skin. Our skin is super delicate, and it has this barrier that when it is healthy and hydrated, helps to protect us from the sun, make us not get breakouts. And if something you're using is stinging and burning, it's hurting that barrier. It's hurting your skin. That's like your skin screaming.
Mm. Is it true that all natural ingredients are good for your skin?
No, it is not. And I will always give an example where I say there's a lot of things in nature that are trying to hurt us, right? For example, like a common thing is poison ivy. Have you ever had poison ivy?
No.
Well, do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, that's a plant that's natural and just living its life outdoors. And if it touches most of our skins, it will cause an allergy, right? So that's a natural product that hurts us. And in skincare, natural does not necessarily mean better.
Mm. True or not? If my face is oily, I should wash it more?
No, because then you're going to make more oil to try to replenish the oils you're washing away with that frequent washing. So just stick with twice a day, no matter what your skin type is, as it will be better if you use a product that is for your skin type, but just still stick with twice a day. Now, obviously, if you are doing something like a sport, or you've been on stage and you're wearing a lot of makeup, of course wash your face at that point too, but in general, just twice a day.
I got a few more questions.
Yeah.
I love skincare and makeup. What is the best way to remove my makeup?
If you are wearing makeup, and honestly, if you are wearing sunscreen like you should be, I think everyone should be doing a double cleanse. So a makeup remover that you like, followed by a cleanser for your skin type. So that makeup remover, ideally it is like a micellar water or a cleansing balm, an oil-based cleanser, and you want to do that first until you see that all the makeup is off. Like for example, if you're using micellar water on a cotton round, you want to keep using it until you don't see anything on the cotton. And then you want to wash your face. All right? It is super important to be sure that you get that makeup off. So it's a great question. You do not want to leave that on the skin to clog the pores and interfere with the skin's ability to keep itself healthy.
How can I tell if a skincare product is bad for me or not?
So I think it's really confusing out there because there's so many products, right? So I think that when you're trying to evaluate a product, first thing is you want to stick with a simple routine like we talked about. So just pretty much a cleanser or the double cleansing product that you need, a moisturizer, and sunscreen. But when you're looking at products and you're a kiddo who has normal skin, it would be ideal if they said things like they're fragrance free, for example. Maybe that they're non-comedogenic, so that means they don't contribute to excessive amounts of clogging of your pores. But really also just keeping it simple. And then two, with your cleansers and your lotions, being sure that they say that they're appropriate for your skin type. So if you're a kiddo with normal skin, the product should say on it, for normal skin. You know, you wouldn't want to use a cleanser or a lotion that says it's for oily skin if your skin is normal or even sensitive. So most brands do a decent job of saying on the bottle what skin types they're really indicated for. So if you stick with that, fragrance free, less is more, that goes a long way when you're looking at things. But I know there's so many products out there, and they have like the pretty bottles with the serums and the sprays and all these things. And I'm not going to say you can't use some of those things, but maybe choose one of those things, right? So if you want a serum, add a serum, okay? But keep it just a moisturizing serum if your skin is young and healthy. You don't need some kind of exfoliating or brightening serum. You just need a hydrating serum. So there's little ways to add in something to make it a little fun and let you take advantage of some of those more fun viral products. And also, I don't ever want it to feel like kiddos can't use the big popular brands. You definitely can, but just don't get overwhelmed with all the products. Just pick the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the sunscreen.
What is the best way to treat a scar?
Number one is to protect it from the sun. So when you have a new scar, protecting it from the sun for a full year is really helpful to make it look as nice as it can. But if you want to be doing a little more than that, using silicone scar patches can be really helpful. Do you mean like for an acne scar, or like a thick scar, or like a brown scar?
Like I fell down and got like a scar, because I have one right here.
Okay, yeah, so a trauma scar. So
Yeah.
definitely the sunscreen, and then a silicone strip or a silicone gel would be really helpful there.
Okay, for this next part, let's go over some questions from TweenIt followers. Does screen time really cause acne breakouts? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Does screen time cause acne breakouts? That's the question? Okay. So I guess this means wondering if like blue light from the screen, or is it the fact that you're not getting like exercise? I'm not sure. Like this question is, I'm not sure like which angle they're kind of going for. But I guess what I would say is I don't think that there is a lot of chance that blue light from a screen is going to cause you to have acne. But I would say that I think kids need to, be mindful of how much screen time that they're having, because you want to go out and you want to keep your body healthy and you want to be moving around, which helps to improve the blood flow to your skin so it can do all of its jobs normally, which would include being resistant to acne.
What's the best acne tip?
Best acne tip is going to be stay consistent with what you're using. So a lot of times, especially with kids, if they're starting to break out a little bit, they might decide to use one product, which could help them, but they only use it like once or twice and it doesn't get better, and then they move on to the next thing, or they add something extra. It takes time to see how a product is going to help your acne. So I would say that you add kind of one product designated for acne like no more than once a month. You have to give it time and you have to be consistent to see improvement with your acne. And also, if you're struggling, talk to your mom and dad and try to get in to see your doctor or dermatologist, and get some really personalized recommendations about the products that you might need to use.
What's the best way to get rid of a pimple? There's so many different ways, but which one really works?
So first, I would say what is not a good idea is to try to pop your pimple, right? So I know it's so tempting, but you want to try to leave it alone. I actually do love pimple patches, preferably the ones that are just the plain patches. There are some now that have like acne ingredients in there, and they might be okay, but largely I prefer just the simple ones. So I really love like the Mighty patches, just the original Mighty patches, but I do think pimple patches are great.
Hmm. What are the most common mistakes people make with their skin?
Using too many products, for sure, and not protecting it well enough from sun exposure.
Should I change my routine with seasons like summer and winter?
You you could, especially if you are noticing that your skin is more dry or oily certain times of the year. So, in the winter time, we are running our heat more, it dries out the air. So, you might notice that your skin is a little bit drier. So, in that case, you might decide, oh, I need to be sure I'm using maybe a little bit of a stronger, a heavier moisturizer, or maybe it feels good to add a hyaluronic acid serum, so something to get a little bit more moisture. And then you might decide, okay, during the summer, my skin, it feels maybe a little bit more oily, so maybe you want to be sure you're using a lighter lotion and definitely a cleanser that says it's for more oily skin. But one thing you never want to change is the sun protection. Year round on the sun protection.
Are there any ingredients that tweens should be looking out for in their products to avoid on their skin?
Absolutely. So again, all the big fun brands that are out there that tweens and teens are excited about using, there are definitely products that you can use within them. But you want to be on the lookout for things like scrubs. Don't like scrubs. Really going to harm, irritate your skin too aggressively by rubbing it. Um, Vitamin C. Now, vitamin C can be in some products as an antioxidant, which means it helps our skin deal with sun exposure. So those can be good. But when you have vitamin C that's in really high concentrations and it says things like it helps with pigment, most kids don't need that in their product. So you got to be careful with the vitamin C. Retinol. For sure, kids do not need retinol. Now, if somebody is listening and they have acne, sometimes we do recommend retinol if you have actual acne going on. But if you're just, a kiddo with normal skin, that is only going to have the potential of irritating your skin and causing problems when you don't need it. You're not getting any benefit from that. The other thing would be things like alpha and beta hydroxy acids. Have you ever heard of those?
No.
So, glycolic acid. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay. So glycolic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, also not really for kids. And then salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, and that is in a lot of acne products. So it can be okay if you have acne, but not if you have normal skin.
Mm. Do you have products for oily and dry skin?
Do you mean products that I like for those conditions, or
Um, Stuff for your
like
brand.
between?
Yes.
Yeah. So between, I created between with kids who have normal, healthy skin in mind. So it is lightweight. The cleanser is very gentle. The moisturizer is lightweight, so can be used in all skin types. But it is not really treating acne at all, other than if someone has not been using anything to care for their skin, like it's someone who's not into skincare and they haven't been washing routinely. Sometimes just getting in that habit with gentle products can help them control their oil and help improve their acne. But the Between line, as it is now, is not specifically for someone who has like acne prone skin or really oily skin.
SPF always makes me break out. What should I do?
If your sunscreen is breaking you out, then first thing I would try is being sure it's fragrance free, and that it says it's non-comedogenic on the bottle. Do you know what that word means?
No.
Non-comedogenic means it doesn't clog pores. Okay, so that means it's going to be like a more gentle product, and the fragrance free can also make it more gentle on your skin. But also making sure that it's a mineral sunscreen instead of a chemical sunscreen. Do you know anything about those? No. Okay, so mineral sunscreen is much more gentle. Just keep that in mind.
Guys, let's have some fun now. I'm going to rate products, and Dr. Jeffy will let us know if they're a go or not a go. We have the Glow recipe. There. We have the Glow recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrop Serum. Is that a go or not a go?
That's a no for me. Okay. Thumbs down.
A Drunk Elephant TLC Farm. Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Refreshing Night Serum.
Way too long of a name for a kiddo to say, so not great for the skin. That's a little joke.
St. Louis Face Scrub. Supergoop Unseen SPF.
Okay, do we want to go back, or like do you want me to like go back and say something about the other products we've already done? Okay. So this scrub, it is a physical scrub, meaning on the skin it's like rough. You feel that roughness scrubbing on the surface of the skin. That is harming your skin barrier. It is a no for anyone.
Supergoop Unseen SPF.
Love this. It's going to be hard for me to thumbs down any sunscreen because sun protection is so important. This is a great one, especially if you like a sunscreen that acts like a makeup primer.
Bubble Slam Dunk Moisturizer.
I think this is a great product. Very, it's a safe moisturizer. I know it's a brand that appeals to kids, so I'm a fan of it.
Drunk Elephant Lala Rito Whipped Moisturizer.
I give this one a thumbs up. If you want to use a Drunk Elephant product and you're a kiddo, this is one I would give the seal of approval.
Laneige Lip Glowy Balm.
Also a thumbs up. Hydrating lip balm. I'm okay with this. Thumbs up.
CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser.
Thumbs up if you have oily skin or are starting to have some breakouts. I think this is a good drugstore brand to help with early oil control.
Tower 28 Acid Spray.
I am a fan of hypochlorous acid sprays. They are safe. They're fun for kids to use. Tower 28 is a cool brand, so kiddos want to use something from there. I think it's a good choice. It can help with early breakouts. It's also really nice to help with body acne if you're starting to get a little bit of that. I recommend it a lot for my patients who play sports, and so they can't shower right away, so it's nice to just do like a little spritz that helps cut down bacteria on the skin.
The Between Daily Duo.
Obviously, 2 thumbs up.
I actually have right here both of them, and I love using them.
Awesome. Yeah, I really made these so that they could help kids really support their skin barrier, be really gentle, but be effective in hydrating, and just really focus on letting kids know that gentle skincare, but consistent skincare is super important.
Thanks to TweenIt for helping make this interview possible. If you aren't already subscribed to TweenIt Magazine, you can do so by visiting tweenitmagazine.com. Don't forget to follow them at TweenIt Mag as well. Dr. Jeffy for Between. Can you tell us where we can purchase your products? Because I'm sure they would love to use them.
Yeah, so my products are sold online. The website is called meetbtwn.com. If you happen to be in the Scottsdale area, I sell them out of my office as well.
Thank you so much for this interview. This was amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Jeffy. This was so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Anastasia. Thank you.
Thank you so much.